Welcome to 50 Years of Coptic History in Australia. Joining me today is Mrs. Berlanti Abdelmalek. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. And is it okay if I call you Bella?
You can call me Bella.
Thank you so much. So tell us about your journey from Egypt to Australia.
My husband is arrived here in Australia. It's 1966. And we engaged for 2 years, and I arrived after him I arrived here exactly in March 1970, and was at the church published here in Australia at that time. And I married in St. Mary Church. First day, you can say, we moved from Salvation Army in the city to St. Mary and Sydenham. And we married on that day, and after that, we've been working, and I get pregnant, and my daughter, she's born, and we moved from here to some work on that time for my husband in New Guinea, Port Moresby. And I have to move with him, and my baby, she's just born, and I was insist to baptize her, and I asked Abuna on that time. She's less than 8 days. And he's agreed to baptize her before we move. And we baptized her, and we're really all happy, and we moved from here to other strange country.
So you moved to New Zealand after Australia? New Guinea, for a while.
That's right, yeah.
So when you say that your husband was here in 1966, that's
right.
before there were any priests or any churches
No,
here?
nothing at all.
So what did
Nobody.
he used to do?
With the group, people wasn't really a crowd like now, just a group, and they meet each other in some house, because it's all singles on that time. They pray and open the Bible and everything, and they find out they can go to the Orthodox churches in, I call it St. George, I think, belong to the Lebanese group.
Yeah.
And they open on hard and arm for our community to go and attend the mass. And after Abuna arrived, they all exciting, and all went to when he arrived, really, you can say, it's like بالعربي يقول لك فرح.
Like a wedding celebration.
Like a wedding celebration,
Yeah.
but in excitement.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
it is really our priest, he came from Egypt, and really exciting.
Yes.
And since then, they all, you can say we all like a big family all together.
Yeah.
Less people, everyone after the church and mass, we go out all together, have good time. Yeah. Sometimes Abuna with us, sometimes he go and visit some people, but the family with us all the time. It's really great time, you can say, and make us relax after Abuna arrive.
Oh, right.
In Australia.
Yeah. Must have been a great time, like you said, a big celebration.
It is, yeah. And everyone knows each one, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean...
Small community.
Non-community.
Yeah,
and
lovely.
We start to grow after that. Abuna here and church here, and people relax when they come to Australia at that time.
Knowing there's somebody there to greet them.
Exactly, yeah. So, a community grow from since... I don't know how many thousand now.
Yes, big community now in Australia.
And how many, and how many churches now in Australia.
Yeah.
We thank him, and we ask him to pray for us. And Abuna Mina, I mean, he done a lot for the community,
So being here for this amount of time, your daughters would have been born in Australia then?
All of them,
Yeah. So they're first generation Australian.
You can say,
You can say that. Do you feel that there's a detachment between the church in Egypt and here when you arrived?
I miss something, if you want the truth, because my house is next to the Angel في St. Tosun في مصر.
In Egypt?
In Egypt, حتى before you go out from your house door and يشم الريحة بتاعت البخور تجري.
You can smell the incense from the church. Right.
Yes, we was your mama, she was us, يعني praying, and the church is very important in our life. And I refused to come until the church really published here in Australia on that time, because we were too close, just next door to us, the church.
So it was important for you to have,
Exactly,
to have
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Even big, because when we come as a new, as a migrant, I was living King's Grove, no, Kingsford, near St. George Church,
Yes. Yeah.
before St. George published. But we moving from here to New Guinea, but we came only for to visit every year. But even for fasting, for example, we have no radio, no any broadcast to tell us we are in months of July or June or whatever.
Oh, so how
It's
long
really
were you there?
strange. We've been there for about 3 and a bit years, but they give us a month to visit Australia and to attend the masses. We see that some families just arrive and we're back again.
Wonderful. And when you came back from New Guinea to Australia, there were obviously some services that had to be established.
Oh yeah, it was really started to grow. Community. Every day you find some people come from Egypt, and you know, you can say it's grow too quick.
Yeah.
And I remember the time when they say we're gonna publish another church in the West, and there was I think a big hall. They call her the church on that time. You can say they take the name before the church opened. They call it St. Mark Church, the St. Anthony and Muhammad.
Yes.
Call it St. Mark Church. The first mass was Abuna Yohanna Sabit.
Right.
He attended أظن كان in Christmas. I can't remember Christmas or Easter. And who attended the mass was really crowded on that time. I was so happy in another church gonna be open, and after St. George opened after that, and St. Mark's lately here in Sydney. I mean,
In Arncliffe.
Arncliffe, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You can say that the first one, St. Mary, and you can say everyone is a church in our church here in Australia, and you can say every church is through our church.
So through
open,
the establishing church was St. Mary's in Sydenham,
Yeah.
and from that all the churches
All the
grew.
churches, yeah, you can say roots.
The roots, yes. Yeah.
The roots been grow under, and you can say everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being so involved in the church, and you clearly love the church, and
love it,
and you
yeah.
love St. Mary, I can see that. being
The
being
first
involved, yeah, being involved in the church. What kind of services would you help with, or did you want your children to help with?
I have my oldest one. She was serving until she busy, and she tell Abuna I can't anymore because one of her daughter was in uni and she traveled in the morning. Plus, got work hard for her family too as well. My youngest one, she's still, service with us here.
Here is in St. Mary's
Yeah,
Church
yeah,
in Bexley.
yeah. She's born in, you can say when she was still young, she involved in playing and play. We do a lot of play. You can say we have a lot to play as a Saint Marina, Saint Bishoy. We've done a lot. And from the children young, 4 years or 3 years and a half, up to an old man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they all involved will play.
So she helped organize the plays for the church.
She was young, she's an angel. After that, when she grew up, even Mary, she playing guitar, and I let one of my brother playing to, first time when Sayyidina arrived, Sayyidina Baba Shnouda.
Yes, the Pope.
Yeah, I don't know if he was born or not.
Me?
Yeah.
I was born.
Yeah, 89?
Yeah, he came in 89.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Was everyone exciting, and we've done a lot for that. Yeah, we prepare ourselves as St. Mary beginning. Every church do some part, but we done a lot for when he arrived. From children, my Monica, she's still tiny baby, young, about a few months old when he arrived. Mary and Lydia and Susanna, we call her Susie.
Yeah. Another Susie.
That she live in. I have 4 girls. God bless them.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Susie, she live in Gold Coast for a little while, and she moving now to the last town of New South Wales because of her work.
So after the family then had become a little bit separated, but their roots they always know that it's from St. Mary and St. Mary's Church is where they grew up.
You know.
And do you have any services you can tell us about that started early on? I think there was a youth centre, a Coptic youth centre that started, a very small service, but it was still there.
The youth, it's not the youth center, we call it a youth meeting.
Yes.
Everyone have idea, they give hand to that kind of the groups, especially even one of my brothers, he used to live in London for a little while. He is engineering, and when he arrived here in Australia, helping even a student, they enter to the uni for some line, and he knows things, helping them, because if you know something, you have to give hand to the other. This is the rules of we taken from the beginning. You can say as a big family, everyone knows about what you need, and he can give us hand. Another service that the single people do, if a person he came as a new migrant from Egypt, they take him and they give them hand to find some work and all those kind of stuff. If a family man with his wife, go and enter himself and they say, welcome, come and stay with us for a couple of days until you find what you not want. I mean, this is the Egyptian way, you know?
Yes.
Something in the beginning.
Yeah. Of course.
And the church, you can say, take all of us and under the church arm, and really we have a great time. We know about a lot of people now. Every church I go and moment, I find someone in my family serving there. Even I'm in Archangel.
In Mount Druitt, yes. Yeah.
In Mount Druitt. If I mention some name, maybe we know or not. It's my husband's side, actually.
Yeah.
And here in Enclave, a lot of my side too, they serving there. And
sounds like a wonderful family.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
Yeah. Bella, thank you so much for sharing all those memories with our viewers, and in honor of your late husband as well, Mr. Labib. So
Abdelmalek, that's right.
Yeah, thank you for that.
He make a little service bardo. I mean, when Abuna arrived as new here, he went to the, and with the group, and the first mass he attend, he have the sound on his cassette player.
Oh, the audio.
Yeah. Now everything easy, but in old time you cannot hardly find anything.
That's right.
So he insists I want to make something with his sound, and as when he doing the mass on that time, and the picture of him when he do the mass with the sound of the cassette.
So he recorded the mass.
He recorded with.
Yeah.
And he make it for him and give it to him.
That's amazing.
I don't know if he asked Tata or Mama about it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again,
You're
Bella.
welcome, and thank you for your time too as well.
You're very welcome. No, thank you. Thanks for sharing all those memories with us.
Thank you, and God bless you for that.
You too.